Um, Good day, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining my session. My name is Gorana, and I work in Meloski Consulting, a consulting company based in Macedonia, but we have customers from all over the world. I work as trainer and consultant for business productivity in Office 365 and especially Microsoft Teams. So in the next 20 minutes, we are going to have a review of the importance of the good communication, the communication tools and digital workspace. Is it okay like this? Okay. And we will see how Microsoft Teams can be really a center of good communication. We will go through the topic about giving your teams best collaboration space. And we will finish the presentation with some cool features and next steps which you can take in adopting Microsoft Teams within your company. So today we work in busy working environment. We use a lot of devices. We use a lot of tools. We have a lot of projects, a lot of different tasks, and using this a lot of services and software, it's sometimes a little burden for the people. They don't know which message was sent via which channel or which document is sent was it sent via Outlook or was it sent as attached to some other service, etc. So we lose time and we put effort. And when we put effort and we lose time in searching the information, we become less productive. So we don't want that. We want ourselves and our teams to have higher productivity. So the most important thing for a success, there are a lot of things during the path of the success, but the first one and the most important one is the good communication, internal communication within one team, about clear message delivered to our team members. And it's great if we have one place, centralized place, when we will store all our files, documents, meetings, collaboration tools, chats, and everything. And we know that that place, that center, we can go every time and we draw the information we need and we search for. The place where we can receive answers for our issues. And having that centralized place where we can make a filter of what's most important for us and get notifications about the most important teams and projects we work on. It's wonderful to work on such a place, on such a platform, and everything we just need to do is just keep being inspired. When I'm talking about that centralized place, I think about Microsoft Teams. It's not only chat-based workspace, it's not only meeting space, it's much more than that. It's a place where teams collaborate on a project. It has so many features which deliver to teams a place they don't need to leave. They don't need to leave Microsoft Teams in order to work and collaborate within a team. So it is a place where they can share documentation, they can work on a project. There is implementation with Office 365, other tools like Planner, SharePoint. So everything the team members need is just in one place. And personally, I love that integration because I don't need to open too many tabs and I have everything I need just in one application. Meetings and calls, and of course, the external collaboration, the guest access, so the team members can stay connected with the vendors, with the clients, so it depends on the nature of the teamwork or the company. You can be always connected with your co-workers and cooperators. Now, about the privacy features, about the security. Microsoft Teams is built on top of Office 365 security features, so you don't have to be afraid about the collaboration and document sharing within the teams. And on the other side, as a business user, when some of your members of your company wants to create a team, there is an additional security on that first step. For an example, you create a team and you set the privacy of that team. Example, if you have need to create a team, organizational-wide, no private information sharing, etc., you can set the privacy mode to public. Or if you work in a team like a finance or something that you would like to share only with team members and only the employees within your company which you would like to have entrance to that information, you set the privacy setting to private option. Now the second thing, when you create a team, here are the channels. For those who are new in Microsoft Teams, the channels are not separate things or places. They're divided places within one team where people will talk about particular topic. So it's very cool feature, opening those channels, because the people can focus on some topic within a channel. And the search information is very much easier when you have divides and focus on additional things. Organization of the channels, we usually recommend, and it resulted with success, giving the teams as much as information as you can give, because the people, when work within this application, they come here not only for collaboration, chat, and meetings, they come to take more information. So add external connectors. There are so many external connectors here, and so many different applications which you can use and enrich the content of the team. Sometimes you create a team, you work with the fellow members, but you don't want to talk every time in that channel. Maybe there are too many people there. Maybe you are shy to ask some question inside. So you can choose to private chat one-on-one. And that option we recommend if you have some project that is not ongoing on project, but if it's some project that lasts for some period of time, you can choose additional employees within your company and to collaborate there, not opening new team, because when you open a team, Office 365 group is open by default. And then SharePoint team site is going to be open for that for that team. And in your Outlook application, you will see in the group section, open that group of teams. So you don't want to end up opening too many teams. You have to consider which teams have ongoing projects and start using the application for those teams. For all other communication, one-on-one or a couple of people, you can use the other feature like private chat. Now, that was a part about the chat. Let's talk about meetings. Meeting option is really great in Microsoft Teams. It's enriched. Now you can record the meetings. You can take notes during the meetings. You have whiteboarding. And from the privacy perspective, if you have a meeting, if you want to share your desktop, and you have some additional applications or notifications which pop up from time to time, you don't want the other members to see that, you can share just an application. So the application which you would like to show will be shown only and shared within the team members, nothing else. And the great thing about the recording the meetings is that if the team member is not here at the moment, if they cannot join the meeting will be posted, the recording is posted into the channel where the meeting was held. So every time you can go back and review the meeting, review the notes, or you can just come afterwards and see everything, what was going on during the meeting. A new feature, live events. I believe that this feature is available under E3 and E5 licensing models. So this is very cool feature about live events because it supports up to 10,000 people attend this. So it's great when you have a larger audience which you would like to communicate with to choose this type of meeting live events. Now let's talk about integration with Office 365 tool. It's really great that everything you share within a team has a backup on SharePoint Online. So you will never miss any document. Every time you want to review something, you can go within a team application, or you can see that document on that SharePoint team site. So it's very good to know that you have a backup of your documents, and you can go on both places and see, search and see. The other integration I really love personally, and I believe that it really delivers the success to the teams, is using the Planner application. So for those who are not familiar with the planner, it's an application within Office 365, and it's meant for people to work on projects, to creating tasks. It's divided on buckets, and it delivers more productivity to the teams. So there is an opportunity now, a feature, to implement Planner within a team. So you don't need to leave the team in order to see the Planner. You can create a new plan in that team, in that channel, or you can implement an existing plan. If you already have created a plan and worked, you can deliver it here. And I personally really love this feature because I don't have to open too many tabs and too many applications and everything. I can see where my team and where my project is and who is led, and to communicate and to chat within a team, not leaving the plan. And integration with Outlook. Yes, I have mentioned that when you open a Microsoft Teams, when you open the team, Office 365 group is created in the background, SharePoint team side, and of course, by default, on the left side of your Outlook application, you will see that a group is created. So it's wonderful to know that you can join a meeting, you can create a meeting, or you can just email that group directly from your Outlook. Now, I have mentioned about external connectors. There are so many external connectors which your team can use. And the success, of course, depends on how much information can you bring and deliver to the teams. And external connectors are here to give as much as information as you allowed your teams to have access to. So there are pretty great number of external connectors, and Microsoft are still developing and bringing new ones into Teams, so they just listen to the users and make this place really to be a center of gravity and of communication of Office 365 communication collaboration space. What about bots? Bots are here to help and assist you. They're here, for an example, if you have some new onboarding person in Microsoft Teams and he or she has a question about Teams, you don't want them every time to pop up questions which are common for new users. T-Bot is here to answer those questions. Or for an example, if you would like to see information for some employee within your company, you can use the Who-Bot. Or let's say if you would like your team members to vote on something, you would like to collect an opinion, you can use Polly. Polly is here to give you information about some topics you would like to collect the opinion from your team members, etc. One new feature a couple of months ago introduced is Microsoft Store button. Here in the store, you can search the applications. You can search them by keyword, or you can search everything that is available by category. For an example, if you need something connected with the productivity, if you need something like a bots, etc., you can search and see everything which is available for Teams use, and implement these features which are most relevant for your teams. Because, as I mentioned, as much as information you deliver to your team and to the team members, they will use that much more the Microsoft Teams application, because they will know that this is going to be the source for their success. This is going to be a source for their information, the primary place where they will looking for something connected with the collaboration, with the work, with the projects, etc. Yes, a cool feature, a search command. It's one great feature that was a couple of months ago introduced as well. On the top center of the screen, there is a tab where you can write a keyword and you can get an information right away. So it's very interesting to save you time if you cannot remember on which channel or where was some topic discussed. GIFs and stickers, yes. We can implement some fun. And I really like that Meet button now. In my company, we use it frequently, because sometimes you haven't scheduled a meeting. And you talk, you chat, and OK, let's meet now. And you have a Meet button, so you initialize the meeting right away. Office 365 integration, which if you use those services, definitely you should implement it and enrich the teams and channels. And of course, there is an opportunity to add a cloud storage within a Teams. So you can add it or revoke the access every time you want. Why I say that a Microsoft Teams is a center for success and for collaboration. We have delivered Teams to many companies. And the great thing is, when they use Microsoft Teams, is that they can tailor the channels any way they need, the users. Everything is in the hands of the users. When you start using Microsoft Teams, it's like a whiteboard. It doesn't have anything. So you can create a Teams, and you can tailor the channels any way you want. For an example, you can, and that is one of my advices and tips for the new users, to create onboarding space. So every time a person has some question or you have a new employee within a company, you can just put them like members of that team, and they can see all the information, onboarding information like trainings and other documents which they can use for start using Microsoft Teams. So you don't want to end up with common questions every time when you have a new user within a team. Of course, never miss anything. A backup and guest access for extended communication. And you don't need to be afraid for using guest access or inviting the users within a team, because you manage everything. So if you would like, anytime, you can revoke the access of that person, and he or she will no longer be able to chat or see files within a team. Here are some advices from me to you about some next steps which you need to consider when using Microsoft Teams. First of all, when you start using it, do not create team right away. Start by making a chart. Just make a good organization, how the teams are set at the moment, and what would you like to see, and how would you like them to be structured in Microsoft Teams. So that's the first and the most important point, because everything will going to mess up if you miss this and if you start implementing teams right away. And the next tip is about who can create a team. It's not on the slide, but it comes on my mind as I'm speaking. So make restrictions. If you are a large company, you don't want anybody to can create a team, you can make restrictions and just point a couple of people who will be responsible for creation of the team. Increase the internal awareness. People avoid what they don't know. So if you train the people inside your company how to use Microsoft Teams, it's user-friendly tool. It's really simple to use, but you don't want testers inside the channels and creating another channels, etc. So just increase the internal awareness and use pilot users. They will show you the right way how to set your teams and how to be successful within that adoption process. Another tip is to create an enthusiasts, leaders. Choose leaders within a team, and those people, with their enthusiasm, will just push the other people to use Microsoft Teams. There is always a need for such leaders within a team. And of course, the most important thing is to set up a feedback method. Especially if you have a larger number of users, you want to listen to the opinion of the team users. So set a feedback method to collect the opinion of the team members of how the team is used, or if they have some additional ideas how it should be structured. I have included some resources here, and of course, Microsoft Teams is now free to use, to download. So this presentation is going to be uploaded on Microsoft Ignite website. You can download it from there, and you can just check these resources, which I believe they are going to be pretty useful for you and for your colleagues. I'm sorry, we have only 20 minutes, but I will be on the Microsoft Team booth. So please feel free to approach, to share your experience if you're using Teams, or if you're not using, we can do a demo where you can ask questions and I will love to answer. Thank you very much. Please evaluate my session. Thank you.